Today is February 11, 1945. I'm here in Russian Resort in Crimea where the Big Three, United States President Franklin D. Roosevelt, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Soviet Union Premier Joseph Stalin have met to make important decisions regarding the future progress of the war in the days after. The Allied leaders came to Yalta on February 4th, knowing that the fight in Europe was soon to come to an end with an Allied victory as a result. However, they were less convinced that the Pacific War was soon to be complete. The United States and Great Britain knew that the war in the Pacific would be difficult and saw major strategic advantage if the Soviet participated. At Yalta, Roosevelt and Churchill discussed with Stalin the conditions under which the Soviet Union would enter the war against Japan, and all three agreed that in exchange for potentially crucial Soviet participation in the Pacific, the Soviet would be granted a sphere of influence in Manchuria following Japan's surrender. This agreement was the major concrete accomplishment of Yalta Conference. The Allied leaders also discussed the future of Germany, Eastern Europe, and the United Nations. It was agreed that not only to include France in the post-war governing of Germany, but also that Germany should have some responsibility for preparation following the war. The Americans and the British generally agreed that the future governments of the Eastern European nations bordering the Soviet Union should be peaceful, while the Soviets allow free elections in all territories liberated from Nazi Germany. A declaration will also be released on Poland, providing for the inclusion of communists in the post-war national government. Regarding the future of the United Nations, all parties agreed to an American plan concerning voting procedures in the Security Council, which had been explained to 5 permanent members following the inclusion of France. Each of these permanent members was to hold a veto on decisions before the Security Council. America celebrates as the future of all nations looks peaceful.